Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Monica Wilson. I want to say thank you guys. I really had an outpouring of just thank yous, and we appreciate you. And finally, someone's talking about the things that us women are going through on a daily basis. And I mean, the things that I've heard that women are going through on a daily basis, I mean, made me feel like I was just going through a basic cold. I mean, some women are really out here suffering, having surgeries, and my God, I mean, they are just going through, really through. So I'm gonna make sure that I pray for all of them. You know, my advice is to keep God first. That's definitely what I did. Um, and continue to, just keep praying that, you'll get moved into the right direction to find the right person or the right physician that will be able to help you out and overcome. I mean, women are having major surgeries and getting things done, and it's all hormone, hormone related. So, any of my viewers that are out here watching, keep those women in mind and keep their families in mind and their husbands and their boyfriends and their fiancés that are being right there with them through it and staying strong in their families. There's a lot of women that are going through. Um, I had no idea. I had no idea. So I definitely want to say that first. I also wanted to say thanks to everyone that liked the video, watched it, and subscribed. I tried to keep it as informative as possible and straight to the point. This particular video that I'm about to do, I've really prayed on doing it because I was so afraid to talk about this subject until I went to my physician, and she kind of broke it down and told me that the reason why I was having these particular vivid thoughts was because my hormones and because of the antidepressant that I have been on for 15 years and I'm still on. We're going through the weaning process now. Like I said before in my previous video, I'll put the link. I'll put the link below so that anyone that didn't see it will have the opportunity to see it. I have been on Paxil 12.5. Now I'm on 15 milligrams. It was upped last year for anxiety disorder, postpartum anxiety disorder, or generalized anxiety disorder is what they're calling it now. So the name of the video is Suicidal Thoughts, Hormones, and My Story. So I want to start by saying that as Black women, or let me rephrase that, as women general, we are strong. Like, we have a lot that we have on our plate that we do. A lot of us are mothers, wives, fiancés, girlfriends, caretakers of mothers or dads or other loved ones, and we have our full-time jobs, we have our careers, we have things that we're doing on the side. We're trying to find ourselves. We are taking the kids to practice, we are cooking dinner, we're cleaning, we're organizing, we're maintaining, we're doing all these things on a regular basis, and it's just second nature to us. And as for me, like I said before, I come from a very strong minded, strong willed, strong family. I said it before, my grandmother, she birthed 21 kids, 19 survived, 14 boys, 5 girls. She was the first female Black school bus driver in Escambia County, where I came from. Strong. I've never seen her break down. Never. She is my idol. I've never seen her break down. My mother, she had 3 children, 3 jobs, still working 2 jobs, had her own, health related issues that had a lot to do with her hormones. Never saw her break down, never saw her stop. My aunts, all of them worked. All of them worked hard. All of them raised their, families and were wise and did what they had to do. I didn't see people break down. I didn't see people, stop. Like, you just keep going. Sick or well, you keep going. Sick or well, you go to work. You do what you got to do. I mean, that's just life. You do what you have to do. Um, the men in my family. I mean, she had 14 boys. My dad like worked. My dad worked himself to the point to where now he can no longer work. Never smoked, never drank, worked, took care of his family, did what he was supposed to do. You know, I've never seen him break down. He hid the fact from us that he had congestive heart failure, and continued to work and continued to do what he had to do. Worked, as a supervisor at a chemical plant, paper plant, and had his own business. He worked. We worked. He took us out there with him. We worked. My family had a farm. I worked on the farm. Like, you work. Like, that is what you do. I come from hard work. You don't stop. You keep going. So when I was told that I was diagnosed at 23 with an anxiety disorder, I didn't think it was real. What is that? Where does that come from? I've never heard of that one before. You got a cold, you have a flu, you got a stomach ache, you got a stomach virus, you got a wound, you done broke a leg, you've done this, you've done that. But what is that? Where does that come from? That's not real. So you can only imagine how I felt when I had my first suicidal thought or vision or flash. And it was about 8 years ago. And it was go get the gun and go shoot yourself. But it was like a flash. It wasn't vivid. It wasn't, I would have those throughout the years. They would just kind of come and go, and I would, put them in the back of my mind, and I for surely didn't tell anyone. I mean, most people are just about to find out now whenever I post this video. Up until a month ago, no one knew, period. And the only reason why they found out a month ago was because the thoughts that I had were so vivid and so real that I had to tell someone because it scared me. I didn't tell my parents because it would have scared them. I didn't tell them until I actually went and got some help. So just to give you my quick story or snippet on what happened to me that scared the crap out of me when I had these thoughts, I was in my bathroom. My husband and I had just had a falling out on a Sunday. Mind you, I'm in my period cycle. I haven't started it yet, but I am going to start it in about 2 to 3 days. So I've had my rant, my arguments, my fussing, my cussing, my acting a fool, and this is how that would occur. It wasn't just like I woke up in the morning and was just, I'm gonna act a fool today. No. That's not how it occurred with me. I let them know ahead of time, hey, I'm ovulating. Listen, you're going to need to give me 50 feet for the next 2 weeks. But I still managed. I did whatever. But the slightest thing ticked me off and I lost it. And I took it from 0 to 1,000,000. The slightest thing. So that's how, when I say I snapped or I lost it or whatever, it wasn't like I woke up with intentions every day of just going off and I was just walking around the house, just old, mean, hateful person. No, that wasn't how it went. I was moody and I had mood swings. And when somebody made me mad, they swung way left. So I was in my bathroom on a Monday morning getting ready to go to work. I was brushing my teeth. And the thought came, it was just like, and it was vivid. It was just like I'm talking to you. It was a voice that came out of nowhere and it said, go get the gun and shoot yourself. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Now it was almost to the point, it was like somebody was standing over me saying it. It wasn't just a flash. It wasn't just a thought. It wasn't, it was there. It was there. So I kept brushing my teeth and I'm like, no. And then boom, I had it again. Go get the gun. Go get it. It's right there. Go get it and shoot yourself. Go get it. It's where you keep it. It's where it always is. It's locked up. Keep the gun and the key separate because I have children. It's registered to me. Go get it. Go get it. Go shoot yourself. And I'm like, what? So I'm praying at this point, like, Lord, let me hurry up and get out of this house. But I stop. I go to where the gun is. I look for it and it's not there. So I'm like, did my husband move it? Because I've been tripping. What's going on? So I hurry, I get dressed. I get in the car, I'm driving to work. I call my husband, I tell him about this thought that I'm having, and he's like, wait. no, we really gotta, get this together. Like, well, something is way wrong. Then it comes to my mind, I remember what the gun is, and this thought is coming to my mind, like, don't go to work, go back home, get the gun and shoot yourself. I drive to work, and at this point, I am a frantic, crying mess because I am so embarrassed. Like, all I could do was pray and ask God to help me. Please help me, because this is not right. Like, I'm praying, and no, and I didn't tell anyone. So I ended up telling my sister, and she was like, I'm gonna go to the house and I'm just gonna get the gun and just remove it. Just right now, it's a real sensitive time. You've been going through, you've been stressed out. We know what's been going, we know what's been going on. You've been dealing with this. So I'm gonna just go to the house and get the gun. I'm just gonna remove it. And she did. But it was never like, I felt like if I had the gun in my hand, I still wouldn't have done it. Like, I still wouldn't have done it. I can't say that I would have, but I just feel like I just would not have took it that far and hurt myself. But these voices, and it was just crazy. It was something I had never experienced before. So at this point, I'm going to the next day was my doctor's appointment. I go to my doctor, I tell her what's going on, and she was like, well, it's two things. She said, number one, she said with the Paxil, she said the side effects of the Paxil are suicidal thoughts, low libido, anxiety, panic attack, and depression. And here I am, I've been taking this medication to help me all along, and it had helped me before, and it had helped me, but now I'm falling off. And she said it's also your hormones. She said right before you start your period, your progesterone drops. And me, I found out that I have a progesterone deficiency and I am estrogen dominant. So it drops, and it's like you crash and lose your mind. And like I said before, I don't go back to feeling normal until the day of, or the second day of me actually being in my period. That's when I go back to feeling normal. So, she was just like, it's a culmination of things. But she said, we're going to work on getting you off the medicine, and we're going to work on getting your hormones leveled. So my next video will be talking about what she did to level me out. My video after that, I'll be talking about how my hormones affected both of my daughters, health-wise. So like I said, this was a very hard video for me to make. I hope no one looks at me like I'm crazy or like I'm frantic or like I'm going to do something to myself, because I'm not. I also found out that other women have had these thoughts and they think the same thing too. These are your strong women, like I said, the ones that's managing, corporate offices and having the children and having everything together and doing what they're supposed to do. They're having these strange thoughts and different things too. Check on your people. Get this video out to someone, anybody's life it can save. Please get it out to them. Ladies, we have to start talking about this. We have to start telling people when we're having these thoughts and these feelings, and we got to stay prayed up and have you and not worry how that people are going to look at you like you are crazy, or if their mind is that simple, when you're coming to them and telling them what you're going through and what you're having and what you're dealing with, and they take it and turn it and go another way with it. No, that's not the right person. If you don't have a person that you can go to, find you a physician. Like I said, I went to a hormonal specialist. A lady that I talked to yesterday, she had her daughter go to my doctor today. She had an appointment today, and she loved it. And she had her go because she wants her off of birth control pills. So, and get onto a more natural base and a more natural way of doing things. So, like I said, I try to keep my videos at 15 minutes or less. I'm down to my last minute. But yeah, I had those thoughts. I'm a regular person. I go to work. I do what I got to do every single day. But it's all tying back into my hormonal imbalance. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's, I'm trying to find a good way to end the video. But the only thing that I can say is, ladies, get your hormones checked. Stay prayed up. Communicate, find someone you can trust, find you a physician that you can talk to about these things, and really get your hormones checked and just see where your levels are and see where you may be off at. Some other things we're going to talk about in some upcoming videos is estrogen dominance and progesterone deficiency. So we'll be talking about those things next, and I'll let you know how my estrogen dominance affected my children. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and please click like. Have a wonderful day.